Morning students. Today we will start the new chapter number 6, the nervous system. When we feel hungry, we have to eat the food. There are a number of activities involved in the process of eating food. The moment our eyes see at the food, our brain gets information and sends the message to the hand to pick up the food and put it in the mouth. Then the process of digestion starts and the food goes down in the alimentary canal. After a series of processes in the body, the digested food reaches the bloodstream to fulfill the requirement that had arisen when we felt hungry. From this example, it is proved that for completing a single body activity, various body systems work together in a coordinated manner. All the living beings are dependent on various processes going on in their body, such as digestion, respiration, excretion, and so on. These processes do not function independently but work together in a coordinated manner. Therefore, we can say that the combination of all our body activities and movements in response to a change inside our body or outside as per the need is called coordination. A system of coordination is needed to keep all the body movements and activities under perfect control, which includes the following: the stimuli. All the living organisms can detect changes in their environment. The changes that an organism detects is called stimulus. Receptors. The parts of the body that detect the change are called the receptors. So, in human body, the sense organs act as the receptors. Effectors. These are the responding organs. They carry out the response to the stimulus. Muscles are the examples of effectors. In our body, that is the human body, there are two types of coordination: nervous coordination and chemical coordination. Nervous coordination is done by the means of nerve impulses, and chemical coordination is done by the help of hormones. In this chapter, we are going to study about the nervous coordination. In the human beings, the nervous coordination is brought about by brain, spinal cord, and nerves, which together constitute the nervous system. Functions of the nervous system are: it controls the voluntary muscle actions in the body, like running, walking, etc. It regulates all the involuntary muscle actions, example breathing, digestion, etc. It senses our surroundings and keeps us tuned with them. It serves as a storage center for our memory. It is the place from where we remember, think, and feel pain. The nervous system is a control system that sends the electrical signals called the nerve impulses. These nerve impulses travel through the specialized cells called neurons. Neuron is a structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Here is the structure of a typical neuron. It consists of three parts: the cell body, dendrites, and axon. A simple neuron consists of a cell body, also called the cytosol, with a centrally located nucleus. The cell body is filled with cytoplasm. Dendrites are numerous short protoplasmic projections called dendrons, which arise from the cell body. They are branched rapidly and project outward to form dendrites. The dendrites receive the nerve impulses from one neuron and transmit it to the cell body. One of the dendrites stretches into a long fiber and becomes axon. The nerve impulses travel through the axon. At the end of each axon, the axon gets branched and forms axon terminals. Each axon terminal ends into bulb-like structures called the synaptic bulbs, which is filled with a neurochemical called neurotransmitter. The long axon fibers are enveloped by a fatty covering called the myelin sheath. It works as an insulator for the nerve fibers, due to which they carry impulses much faster. A nerve cell is sometimes 1 meter in length. Each nerve cell has only one axon but can have more than one dendrites. The impulses do not cease or stop at the end of the single neuron. They are passed to another cell, which is either another neuron or an effector. There is always a small gap between the two neurons. Such a gap is called synapse. This gap allows the electrical impulses to be transmitted from one neuron to the next. Neurons are similar to other body cells as they are surrounded by cell membrane, have a prominent nucleus, contain cytoplasm and other cell organelles like mitochondria, and they carry out cellular processes such as protein synthesis and energy production. But they are different from other cells as they have dendrites and axons. They communicate with each other through electrochemical process and they contain specialized structures, example synapses and chemicals like neurotransmitters. The differences between axons and dendrites. Axon take in information away from the cell body or cytone. Dendrites bring the information to the cell body or cytone. Axons have smooth surface, dendrites have rough surface. Generally, one axon per cell is found. Many dendrites per cell are found. Axons have myelin sheath. Dendrites do not have myelin sheath. Axons branch further from the cell body. Dendrites branch near the cell body. Brain is the control center of the nervous system. It looks like a grayish pink ball of soft tissues and is protected by a hard bony box called the cranium or skull. The human brain is divided into three main parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. Cerebrum is the largest and most complex part of the brain. It is also called the forebrain. It consists of the areas with the ridges and grooves, which increases the surface area to accommodate more nerve cells. It resembles like a walnut. The cerebrum contains the information that essentially makes our intelligence, memory, reasoning, personality, emotion, speech, and ability to feel and move. Specific areas of the cerebrum are in charge of processing these type of informations. All the memory a human has is stored in the cerebrum. Cerebellum is the region lying at the back of the head. The cerebellum coordinates the impulses sent from the cerebrum. It mainly controls the posture and balance and coordinates the muscles during locomotion, that is your movement, body movements. The medulla oblongata extends down from the center part of the brain. It controls the involuntary responses such as breathing, heartbeat, blinking of eyes, and swallowing. The right and left hemispheres of the cerebrum are connected in the middle by a band of nerve fibers that enables the two sides to communicate. So when you are doing sum, you are using the left side of the brain When you are listening to music, you are using the right side of your brain. It is believed that some people are more right brained or left brained, while others use both halves of their brain to the same degree. Differences between cerebrum and cerebellum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Cerebellum is much smaller in size. Cerebrum is the seat of intelligence and memory. Cerebellum coordinates the muscular activity within the body. Cerebrum controls movements, speech, sight, smell, taste, hearing, and intelligence. Cerebellum maintains the balance of the body. It helps a person to perform smooth, controlled movements.